All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Chainsaw Man, episode 9.
All right.
I feel like I should be in black for mourning or something. Like, what in the hell happened last episode?
Well, whatever it is, it's not finished.
No, it's not. And
We're still in the thick of it.
This is like the beginning of the story. Like,
Right. Yeah.
this wasn't like we're gonna tragically kill off like one character, you know? This is like, all right, just chopping block.
Just
Let's go.
Got.
Yeah.
Done.
And, you know, some of them that look like they might be dead are, of course, going to survive, probably.
Yep, probably.
Probably.
But Himeno is gone.
Himeno is so super duper
Dead and
Done,
put
gone.
underneath into
Yep.
the depths of who knows where. Gone.
Uh-huh.
So, all right, that's the power of a deal and the power of, someone else with a better deal with a better devil. And all right,
Yeah.
that's the way the cookie crumbles. Denji is out. Aki is wounded.
Power is
Power is, just not able to do anything. Like, this is not Power's playground, you know what I mean? We're screwed. So, y'all. Let's get into this. But before we do, we got some comments featured here. First one here from Brisby169. Give me everything. Fear being what defines a devil's power makes me wonder if things like horror movies even exist in this universe. I feel like that would be outlawed, lest you make Pennywise, for example, actually real, essentially.
Oh,
Sure,
shit.
it's possible.
Yeah.
There's a zombie devil, but I don't think zombies are a thing outside of fiction. At least not by that name. That's true. That's very true. The zombie devil makes zombies a real thing, but were they before, and that's how the devil exists? Or are people fucked up enough in this world to make up new fears? Maybe a bit of a chicken or the egg sort of thing. I think not explaining the full details of that right now is kind of important to make it feel more esoteric and exciting. But yeah, it is interesting to think about.
That could definitely be a thing, yeah.
Then again, I don't think we know how long devils have been present in the world. Has it been constant? Was it a relatively recent development? Gun Devil appeared 13 years ago, but guns are way, way older.
That is a great point.
Right.
Yes.
The idea is that on some level, there are advents of these demons. They come about.
Yep.
There is a naming process. There is something with regards to why devils are born with the names kind of in mind. That means on some level there's a higher order to all of this that is at work.
A Griffith devil just shows up all of a sudden because Berserk got that popular, you know.
Someone is really scared of dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Dream Devil. All right. From Skucks, give me everything. I like that Katana Man also brings up the ideas of flavors being metaphors for experience. Eating the same flavors means you're incapable of telling good flavors from bad, just how Denji is unaware of how screwed his situation is because he doesn't know anything else. Ignorance is bliss.
Sure.
Yeah. And in a lot of ways, if you were eating the same food all your whole life, you would think that it was actually like halfway decent. Or at least you would see it differently than those who had never tasted that horrible food before.
Right, because most of the time we don't judge things based on, you know, any kind of objective scale or whatever, because we don't have that. It's just, was it better than it was before?
We're just comparing it to a past memory.
Yep.
Yeah. And a good contrast to Makima's lollipop scene about moving on from trauma by experiencing new flavors.
Yes, exactly.
Very cool. Ragnus10, give me everything. Quotes from an interview with the author. I'm so glad you sent us this. Thank you so much. I understand why people get attached to their work. But if you spend all day staring at your own story, you're bound to lose that essential objectivity. Don't fall too in love with anything you do. Kill your darlings.
Yeah, well, okay.
Well said.
I gotta say, I take my hat off to you. That's a lot harder to do than it sounds.
It's very hard to do. It is essentially, in my opinion, it's intentionally trying to set up your player character in D&D to die so that it can have a cool character moment.
Man,
know that you've been with that character for maybe 500 hours, and then it's just kill him. Just fucking kill him.
I would understand killing off Himeno before, like, all the stuff that we got of going, you know, into her character and, like, setting up the whole idea of, like, hey, you help me, I help you. Then it's, no, you do it now? Like, why? Why? Yeah. Like, I know why, but...
I know an author that literally was like, I'm going to kill a character here. I'm going to have it be a character that makes sense to die. okay, it's one of these 9 characters that makes sense to die. They're all main characters. Takes them to a hat, pulls out their name. I guess that's them. Yeah. And then they just killed the character off in like book like 2 or 3 or something. And I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? That's how you did it? That's how you decided?
It's so messed
what
up.
is wrong with you? And it was a beloved character.
Very beloved character. And didn't they say that they were like, I mean, I drank afterwards. Like,
I had to commiserate, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Say goodbye. You know?
Yeah. And then the rest of this comment, the quotes from the author saying, I try to create scenes that readers will remember until the day they gasp their dying breath. You sick fuck. That's so good.
But also, fuck you.
No, that's just so good. Yeah. Not even George R. Martin would say it this way. I think this episode embodies that mindset pretty well.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Just a bit.
I just love the idea that like. I love the idea that they're saying they'll remember this for the rest of their lives. It's like, oh, that's cool. Remember this until they gasp their dying breath.
What it makes me think of is the Ron Swanson line where it's the on my deathbed I want my ex-wives, brought to my bedside so I can tell them to go to hell one last time. Except in this case, it's the Chainsaw Man creator. Go to hell, you son of a bitch.
All right, y'all. Let's gasp another breath for air as we drown in the sadness and horror that is Chainsaw Man. Yeah. And she's got to have Aki live.
Yeah. Is he gonna see it happen?
Oh.
All it took was a fingernail?
Oh my God. Oh shit. Wait.
He's gonna pull his ripcord one last time.
Oh shit!
All right.
Oh my God! That's gonna be the reason he wins. Oh, the music! Feels like some Doom Eternal shit. Oh yeah!
Okay. Terminate with extreme prejudice.
Yeah! No OP, baby! We're going straight in! Oh,
okay, all right, yeah.
You had to cut the music, though? I mean, this is amazing, but, like, really?
I don't know if I want to see happiness right now. And that's some bullshit.
It's like... Alright, Sawatari. Hey, he's running! Ah! Shit! Same fighting style, same kind of body structure and everything. Oh shit, okay. Well, yeah, they were useless.
Okay, yeah.
Let's go back into it!
That was the reinforcements.
Oh, shit!
You gotta kill him.
Oh, okay. He's about to lunge at you.
Mm-hmm. Behind you.
Nothing personal, kid.
Yeah.
Oh shit, alright. Where's Kobani?
Fuck.
Oh no. Fuck.
Yeah,
oh,
there we go.
hell yeah!
There we go, I was waiting for that.
Yep! Y'all are dead.
We have guns. No, what you have are bullets. And when your guns are empty, I'm no longer standing.
Yeah. So what kind of devil is she?
And are those bullet holes?
Yeah, Oh my god!
Holy shit.
She hollowed them! She fucking hollowed them!
I appreciate her style.
Wait, what? Wait, why?
Oh shit.
What is going on?
They're making a special deal. Alright.
I'm so excited for whatever's gonna happen here. The way he's kind of stumbling a little bit, like he's still hurting a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna be out of action.
Right.
Oh.
Oh. Can she fuck with the blood that's in their bodies? Yep.
Oh!
Fuck yeah!
Is this power?
Yeah.
Power, let's
She's
go!
pissed. Let's do this.
Oh, Makima.
Okay.
Is Makima telekinetic?
Holy shit. Is she, like, is it one convict per just death?
Oh, they're not allowed to see. They're not allowed to see this.
Yeah.
Ah, she's top shit. She's death noting them.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. Holy fuck.
Oh my god.
Fuck, man, this is crazy.
Holy shit.
What is she? You should have gone for the head. Like that was. This is some Thanos just snap.
Oh my god. And yet I love it. They have no idea what the limitations of this are.
They just know it has to be Makima.
Probably.
They probably got intel on Makima, you know? Which is probably why she was first.
Sure. Wow.
I have so many thoughts and theories, but...
They're like not sure if they can pick up Denji's body. They're like, can we? Like it.
Sure, it might
Helicopter.
be in some ways that. Oh, Kobani.
Shit.
Oh, all right, he saved her. Oh, what a guy. Oh. Okay, Kobani. Whoa, fuck. Oh, she's
all right.
Oh.
Okay, let's go.
Shit. Oh.
Yeah. You guys gotta run. Yeah.
She's never used a gun before. Oh wait, maybe she has.
Shoot the tires. And then,
I love that we still have no idea what her deal is of what she can do, but yeah. What a fucked day this is.
Yep.
Oh, what she did to the... Oh!
Yeah. Grandpa.
Yeah. Yeah, about that.
I saved Denji. I'm done. Yeah, just everyone that's left.
Ooh. Ooh. God, her ending smile of just calm, no emotion, just. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yep. Throw some sus at her. Yeah.
Okay. We'd like to ask the same question.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Oh, God.
That episode felt like it went by in a blink.
Yep.
In a flash.
Oh, come on.
I mean,
yeah.
Hey, wait. This is,
Ame?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I don't think I've ever heard an OP or ED or, song from her that I was like, that's not that great.
It's kind of mid,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I love that. That's cool. Oh. All right.
Okay.
All right, Makima.
Okay, I gotta
Nicely
say,
done.
Very nicely done.
Yeah.
This episode was a fantastic follow-up to the previous one. It's and that's impressive. The previous episode, there was a big show. How? What do you do?
What do you do?
Like that?
What do you do?
Well, apparently, you do this.
You wipe yourself clean of all of this mess.
Yep.
And I have some thoughts here. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
So first things first. They one-upped the power of the girl with the snake in this episode to basically let us say that, or to remind us that while there's always a bigger fish, sometimes you go beyond fish to the ones that hunt fish.
Right.
And then it's no, this is bullshit. We're being attacked psychically from
no defense against it.
Far away, defense.
They know your name. Well, no, but they don't even know the limitations of that.
Right. They don't know anything.
Yeah.
All they know is that it's in like a metronome. It's there's a delay in between attacks. It's not just a pop 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 pop. It's a one's dead.
Another
two's dead. And once they see it that's the same way each time, they're like, oh fuck, okay, this is Makima. Confirm her body is dead.
Right.
And it's like, Team C, come in.
And I love that it's not necessarily that they had intel on what she could do. It's just something this bullshit, it has to be her.
Right, because they probably had a readout on everybody's abilities that they knew of. And then it's of all the ones on here that are our threat level highest, Makima's probably at the top because we don't know what her contracts are, what she can do, all that. So we hit her, and that's the thing. I thought that there was a disproportionate focus on Makima, given that she was first shown as the one to be under attack there, which means it was probably a Makima's down, commence the rest of the attack,
and also
because they don't know what she can do,
and an understanding or an assumption that she is human, and yet overwhelming force like that, as opposed to overwhelming force to kill people with actual devil powers directly as a part of their body. Yeah, you need to make sure that they're dead. Cool.
Right.
But yeah.
No, Makima is clearly something else. Either through contracts or just that she's not human. She has become something more than just human.
And I absolutely love this.
I love that we have still no real hard explanation as to what she did other than she traded lives for lives.
Yep.
That is a very, very understandable idea in that if she is in some kind of contract with the devil, it's probably some kind of thing on the level of, okay, your power, if you invoke me, you will need to bring me something actually really, really valuable. And thus, yeah.
And I gotta say, as far as this actually feels very satisfying from a power mechanic standpoint. One, she's breaking one of the rules that we kind of have as an assumed rule up until now of it has to be a sacrifice from you.
Right.
However, the sacrifice that she is making is, even though it's coming from someone else, it is much more pricey than some of the other sacrifices that have been made, right?
Right.
So, yeah, Snake Person is able to just give up fingernails and have crazy stuff happen, right? You know, something that is of the equivalent of someone sacrificing their entire body, right?
Yep.
Oh, Makima's able to kill people as long as she has a name and someone else says the name and they die in order to make it happen.
Right.
Okay, that is a good set of mechanics so that even though they are one of the in the group of protagonists.
She's still an administrator in the organization who, you know, needs to like type out, you know, the kill order and, you know, sit behind a desk essentially. She's a caster. She's not a terrifying melee fighter.
Right. You know, there are some techniques within the Force against which there is no defense. Right. Like
except that is probably just one of her abilities.
Sure.
On the train, she did something else.
She did.
And we don't know what that is.
And even the thing of the whole thing on the train and the names and all of that stuff, when you think about it, one of the things that could be potentially like, oh, why didn't she kill the other people? Well, she needs to know their names. How did she find their names? She probably got it from the guys on the train as she impaled them of just, give me the names of everybody.
Yep.
Pop. Give me the names of everybody. That's not enough. There's got to be more, right? And then it's just... well, they were probably all brought in as a part of the same group, and they just didn't know the names of the other people. It's just, no, we don't ask questions. There were some other people there, but, oh yeah, I know. I've worked with the other people before, and then it's, okay, that's suitable, you know?
Yeah.
Right?
There's this big mystery question box above Makima's head in my mind, which is basically in the story, she is in some ways the most important character beyond Denji because of the way in which she first met Denji. She basically kind of, in some ways, is a kind of a weird way to think about it, and the more and more the show goes on, the more and more I think that was actually part of it. There was some kind of deal or contract that was made there. Yes. And Denji chose basically to be hers.
And that's what was thematically poignant about it back in that episode, is that it's the, all right, you've met the devils that are actual devils like Pochita, and hey, Pochita's great, you know?
Right.
And then you've met the devils that are humans like the mob. Oh, you're free from them. Now you're meeting another devil that's a human, and they even kind of look like a devil. Right.
You know? And then there's
you make a deal with them.
Yeah. And then there's the element of, could Makima just be a really souped up person with connections to really powerful people that let her make contract deals with really powerful devils?
Yeah.
And thus Makima is just one of the strongest weapons that basically their organization has, and thus Makima is the one that they trust to handle all this shit, like with Denji.
Right.
But regardless, the idea that this was something that was different than the, you know, punching holes in people there, that led to a full stop in all the conflict. Everything was done then. They abandoned Denji. They basically were like, oh, that's no good. Now they were going to try and take Denji, but fucking Kobeni shows up, or Kobeni.
That felt so good.
That was so good because, one, her ability manifested as just the confidence to use the weapons that she had available to her, and not much else.
No.
There were maybe some slight visual storytelling elements in that she seemed to still be scared when she was doing it.
Yeah.
And she didn't seem to like grit her teeth with like and now I do it. It was very much it was like she was entered like a state of mind that was just like a trance, almost like a battle trance of sorts.
And it was fantastic. It was chilling. I hope we get to see more of her as a character.
Oh, 100% we will. 100%.
Because she could totally just leave, right? She totally could.
She could quit.
She could quit. And not falter or anything like that. But, you know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Casts down to just 4 people really in this organization if we don't count her. Like of the people that we're probably going to be interacting with,
drank with and stuff.
Exactly.
Party,
So if she does end up being the reluctant, you know, person that's like, okay, all right, you know.
In some ways, it would be cool to have her kind of step out of the story for a bit, but not be done.
Sure.
Like, not like quitting, but like, I'm going to take care of me for a bit. But I saved her life.
Yep.
My boy. I love that he did that. Not just because he seems like the guy who was the protector and stuff, but it's like, shit, I like that we got to have an actual like on-screen explanation as to why he died here. Obviously, Granny got the jump on them and shot them with the gun, so there's not much they can do.
They're still humans, even if they have contracts with devils.
Right.
Sure.
But he did his part, and that's really cool. Because of his efforts, Denji was saved.
Right. And one of the other things that I really appreciate about the fact that Arai did die is that with Himeno, her dying is the like on-screen tragic death. And yes, it feels cold because like her sacrifice ends up meaning not really much at all, because then Snake Person comes in and fingernail and it's all done. But if everyone else that was like named characters, that we had really gotten to know had survived, that would have felt a little bit like, that's just sort of the one tragic death. Having Arai die in that way where it's just, nope, it happens in a second and and that's it.
That's it.
Like that
really solidified Himeno's death being special, but then also all the other characters that we had just gotten to know as well, they're all fucking dead as well.
Yep.
Like they were all just absolutely murked there.
And Makima inadvertently did benefit from this a lot.
Yeah. So and the guy at the Public Safety Bureau or whatever,
right? He
very much kind of was like, "Hey, so it seems like you really benefited from this," and then had the whole thing of how much of this did you foresee or like, potentially predict?
Because there's because it's not
coming.
It's not necessarily that she would have helped orchestrate this or anything. It's if you are making judgment calls that certain things could happen and that it's an acceptable loss, sure, in situations with people in positions like Makima's, she would probably have to make decisions like that quite a lot, right?
It's just she's so cold about it.
But she's so cold about it, and if she's benefiting from it,
it seems real gross.
It seems like
Let's actually, because I think there's a very real world line where she did actually set this up. Because I want to bring up some ideas here. What if she really needs to kind of manipulate Denji?
Sure.
And so, in some ways, by giving him a found family and then ripping them away from him,
she weaponizes him?
Well, no, she makes her far more of someone that he needs to rely on rather than going to someone like Himeno.
Oh.
Because I want to bring up the idea here that she quickly jumped on it must have been the gun devil. And then she hides the idea that, no, I didn't get shot. None of this blood was mine. And it's it
wasn't hers.
It definitely wasn't hers because she had blood all over her face and head.
There was no blood there. So
she Bakuno healed.
She Bakuno healed.
Which means all the parts went back in, which means when they forensics this train, there will be nothing of Makima's blood or anything there.
And then she just, takes the old clothes, torches them, and nobody knows, right?
And then the blindfolds for her abilities and
although
stuff.
really, you would
and
think
they're being normal with it, where it's no, this is to be expected.
Well, and to be fair, that makes a lot of sense.
It totally does.
In a world like this, where it's not just about the difference in power amounts, because where battles can be decided in an instant, right? And not between like the mooks or whatever of they're just not strong enough or whatever. No, just fucked situation. You're dead, right?
Yeah.
Then
tempo matters.
Yeah,
tempo
matters. So of course you would keep things like this close to the chest. I thought it kind of odd that yes, they can't see her do this, but they might have been able to hear the people say the names, which
okay.
I feel like would be more important to keep secret. But
I actually want to bring up something here with that. The reason why the blindfolds are there are not because it's that she's doing something
like that she's not supposed to?
No, it's not that she's doing something that they're going to be able to learn anything from, but it's the idea that if there's ever any point where they see what she's doing, then people are going to ask questions, and then it's what did she do? And then if they build up just a culture of where, no, this is normal, there's consistency there.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it doesn't matter what she's doing.
Right,
she has privilege. She's earned this position where by being at this level, basically, nobody is allowed to see her doing her stuff, but we need you to be there because, well, your security, your subordinates, stuff.
It's looking away when someone is typing in a password.
It's exactly like that.
But it's, exactly, and it's a very serious situation. So it's a
I don't think there's any mechanical thing that they would have learned about her abilities by being able to see it. Just because I didn't learn anything mechanically really about her abilities, other than life for life kind of thing.
Life for life and needing the name.
Well,
because that's like we've watched Death Note. That's the biggest problem, right?
But even then, needing a name doesn't really feel like it's
a very easy condition to meet, all things considered.
It's an easy condition to meet. Yes, I guess it could make your enemies then start adopting fake names.
Exactly. If no one knows that you require names, and that's what I think is so wonderful about.
But then they were blindfolded, not eared.
No, right. But yeah, so am I just showing that, like, maybe they were actually far away too. I don't know.
Well, they were actually on the top of a hill with a pagoda where it's the wind might have been so it sounded like Josuke,
right. Yeah, and it could also just be something where it's the it was actually maybe her showing trust. Where it's this is you're blindfolded.
Allowed to be here.
You're allowed to be here and everything.
Right.
You know the situation.
This is protocol.
Exactly. And now I'm going to do my thing. But given that the people who were hit, they have no clue what it was.
No.
They have no clue why it happened or anything, just that it was probably Makima. And that shit has got to be terrifying. Because now, not just from the standpoint of them being terrified, but it's also exciting as watching this, because now, since I know they don't know it's a name thing, they won't necessarily keep their name secret any more than they normally would. So there is the possibility that we could see one of these people get beaten as a result of some clever work or whatever that causes them to find out the names of the people who did this. And then suddenly, Snake Girl is gone, right? Like, that could happen.
She did actually say her name on the walkie-talkie, though. She said,
oh, did she?
Yeah. She said, Sawa something or whatever here. It was when she called for reinforcements, basically.
Oh, yeah, and then
I thought that was kind of interesting as a... Oh, yeah, Sawatari. Yeah. This is Sawatari.
Yeah.
Now, that's the thing. Aki could have heard that.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Right?
That would be awesome.
But then it might be a thing of where it's I just heard the last name.
Right. And at the same time, Makima wouldn't necessarily want to be telling people, hey, did you hear any of their names? Because then that's basically telling people that that's a mechanic of your ability, So I love how this episode went down. It was very exciting. It felt like a nice Empire Strikes Back kind of situation for the protagonists, even though there's no way it could come close to making what happened in the previous episode okay.
Yeah,
but at least
they lost horribly.
They lost horribly, but it wasn't a 100% loss.
Well, they clapped back.
Exactly.
They fucked around and they found out.
They didn't go down quiet, right? And Denji stayed. And I love that even before Kobani showed up,
right?
They were kind of hesitant to pick up Denji. They're like, I don't know.
Well, no, it was heavy.
Well, no, right, but
how the hell do I?
No, but after the people started getting squished,
right,
and it was just the two of them left. They didn't say it, but there was just that bit of okay, it's stopped now, so we're good, right? And but I mean, we should probably grab Denji. Yeah, it's it's fine, And then Kobani shows up, and they're like, okay, you know what? Fuck this.
You know what's also really interesting here? I didn't think about this, but what's happening here is that, they're like, Miss Makima reports directly to the chief cabinet secretary. Rank and file devil hunters like us don't have clearance to know about her devil contracts.
Yep.
Well, she goes to all these people here. They're being very compliant, I would say.
Yes.
Because when one of them drops, that's going to make noise. Don't you think the others would be like...
That's true.
Wait, what?
Because... Yeah,
what is happening?
What I figured in a situation like this is, let's say there's something that's set up in the society that maybe most people don't know about, where it's hey, if you've got a life sentence, you can work off some of your sentence, not by labor or something like that, but by doing devil contracts for us, and then you take some sacrifice and you help us with a thing, right? And that's what it is. Just in this case, they die, right? So they might be thinking
that also might be the other thing is that we don't obviously they're dropping. There might be a part of it where it's this is gonna hurt. It's gonna make you go unconscious.
Right.
But it might not even kill them. That might be the other thing.
It might not even kill them.
We don't know.
And even if it does, I gotta say, it would seem like there might have been some conditions put in place. Maybe that Makima was forced to do by her higher ups in order to make human sacrifices like this, or maybe something that she specifically put in with the devil she has a contract with, or herself if she's the devil doing it.
Right.
Of don't paste the people you're sacrificing. You know, like
Needs to be clean.
Right, exactly. It might just be something where they just stop all of a sudden.
I think she is a devil with some kind of psychic abilities.
Yeah.
Like she has telekinesis, she has like some really, really raw, powerful, like psychokinetic abilities.
This is the kind of shit that I've always wanted to see whenever like voodoo dolls are used in like fantasy stories. It's like, why don't you do this?
It's a form of voodoo, but it feels to me devilish because she needs names. Which feels also very like knowing someone's true name, kind of thing that gives you complete power over a person or something like that.
Yeah.
Another thing is just the idea that whatever she did to them in the train, she got the names.
Yeah.
So that part was easy for her. While people were probably panicking in the train because death was going on, and like you're saying, she probably didn't kill them all at once.
Well, and even if like when you think about the civilians on the train,
what if they see
if they see her pasting them and being like, "Give me names," they're not gonna think of that necessarily as
Well, they would have seen her get shot.
No, totally. But what I'm saying is that even if they were lucid enough and not fucking panicking because of the shit that they're seeing in order to remember that wouldn't even necessarily be something that you would think of as being related to a devil power. That could just be the thing of the you attacked me, who do you work for kind of a deal.
Wait a minute. Actually, I just thought of something here.
What?
What if the reason why Makima waited so long to basically get back up wasn't because she was like regenerating slowly or something like that, but it's because by that point all the civilians had basically never mind. They're just sitting there praying. And like, you can see people here, and they're very much like, oh God, please.
I hope they don't kill us.
I hope they don't kill us. Yeah.
Well, one of the other things. So if they wanted to show Makima being a bit devious about this, she did kind of wait until they called in the fact that it was a successful hit. Now that makes sense. It doesn't have to mean that she was doing that specifically to let the other hits also take place or anything. That just makes sense. So that way they don't send in reinforcements. It's just I have time to do what I need to do,
Yeah.
And then they don't know that they're being attacked until people are getting squished.
Right.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
So all four of them here.
Giant ass holes
dead.
through their chests.
They were hollified like in Bleach.
And that's not even like she punched through their chests. Those are big ass holes.
Those are also cleanly round holes. That's why I think telekinesis of some kind.
Yeah.
Because it works with the whole, I squished them with my hands. That's a motion that feels very like, okay, I'm doing some kind of remote telekinesis kind of thing there, but I'm specifically like targeting their very essence because I know their name,
Yeah. I just thought of something really fucked up.
What's that?
So you know how when she met Denji, right? She was the first person who treated him like anything close to a human being. But what's one of the first things you do to connect to somebody?
What's your name?
What's your name?
I mean, like that's also like
that just makes sense. It doesn't have to mean anything,
right? But it is kind of the thing of the to the level at which Denji was a risk for her.
Right here. He's right here. Right. Whether it's because of her, leading him to do what she wants him to do, or just the, well,
okay,
get me a convict.
To throw some fuel onto that.
Yeah.
Let me bring back episode 1, because one of the things that I would be most nervous about seeing this mound of bodies and then going up to be like, somebody's here. He's still up. And there's very much the, no. She doesn't ask for his name.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, he says hug me. Yeah.
I can kill you like a devil, or I can keep you as a human.
And I'll make sure you're fed if... Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So no, I don't think... I think
okay,
that's the thing. I think
cool.
the name thing was a unique power that she needed the ability to use in order to actually fight back against these guys.
Right. She probably didn't need it to do like the killing the people on the train, but just to do the long range stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So... Yeah, it's the whole thing of why did she need to go to a temple that had a high elevation?
Sure. Yeah. Well, that's the other. Yeah, right. It could be the high elevation could have something to do with it because maybe it's also tied to the crows that were flying around. It could also potentially be tied to the line of sight. She connects to the crows. She needs the names in order to get the crows to be able to find them. Yeah. Okay.
I have a really crazy idea here.
What?
What is a group of crows called?
A murder.
What if she is or has a contract with the murder devil? It's a conceptual devil. Just the idea of being killed. I like it.
Yeah.
And thus, if she has the ability to get someone's name, she can kill them by invoking the murder devil.
No, that's cool. I like it.
It feels very like on brand to have like a godlike power where it's Odin's messengers show up and they're just like, is it time to ship you down to hell? It looks like it is.
It also makes me think of like Nen limitations and like pledges and contracts and all that stuff. And it's like that. Okay, you make some big sacrifice. You give up all your power. You do some kind of crazy thing. What if instead of giving something up, you actively live with 1,000 punches of or 10,000 punches of gratitude every day? It's like, oh, that's a different way of thinking. To get at this esoteric bargaining system.
Sure.
From another angle and potentially get a lot more out of it.
Yeah. But. All right. Makima's scary. But
she's on our side.
Yeah, she's on our side, right? Yeah, exactly.
For now.
yeah, the Anakin Padme meme.
Right. No, that's all the... Oh, God. That's all the people that were getting hired for this mission. Like, we're going to be fine, right? Because we have guns, right? Right?
Yeah. Great resolution to the conflict.
Yes.
Denji is going to be okay. I still love that, Power actually noped the fuck out of here.
Makes
Who
a lot
knows
of sense.
where she is?
Yeah.
We might have to literally go hunt her down and be like, you need to come back. She'd be like, fuck no.
Yeah. Oh, there's a cat here.
Just us cats here.
Right.
No, yeah. But also, she might just think Denji's dead, so it's she's not gonna stick around to save Aki.
I really liked the
Speaking of which, Aki was just left up there.
Yeah, Aki was just left up there. That was crazy, but I really liked the Himeno pulling Denji's cord one last time
with the ghost hand.
Ghost hand. That was
last little bit.
Exactly. That was a very nice touch. No pun intended. Like it's. Yeah.
Do you wanna talk some mechanics here really quick?
Sure.
I think there's something special about the idea that Pochita fused with Denji, right?
Sure.
That is a special thing in this world, it seems like, right? But then that calls into question something rather interesting. Who is Denji? Is he still Denji?
Okay.
Is he Pochita? Is he Denji Pochita?
Well,
is he the Chainsaw Man?
I think he is just Denji, and that's why he's special.
Well,
because Power is the person that was that Power
they
inhabited
didn't
is
want
gone.
Denji. They wanted his heart.
Right.
Which means on some level there's an attack on Denji's identity here.
We attack his heart. Yeah.
Well, but that's the thing here. This is something really mechanically beautiful about the story in that Denji was not invoked here. Pochita was.
Right.
The ripcord is not Denji. That is Pochita's gift to him.
To say, I want to
his guardian,
be with you
basically.
and see you fulfill your dreams.
So he's basically saying, I'm not going to let you give up here. Your dreams are going to come back to life here. And it's powerful. It's
I'm going to
beautiful.
save you the way you saved me that day. Yeah.
Right. But the really scary thing about that mechanically is that Denji, over the course of this, this suffering that he just experienced here, is losing basically parts of himself.
Sure.
And that's something that I really like because it's just it's so it's so much of a harrying pressure, I would say, that's being pushed on the young shonen protagonist who's, gonna do all the awesome stuff and get all the things, and it's but buddy, the pain you're gonna have to go through to get there.
You know what's
one of the things? I don't know if you're ready for that.
Oh, he definitely isn't. One of the things that I just thought of from this episode, and you saying all that stuff, the Pochita's his heart. Makima has been using him because she's after not Denji, but Pochita really, and what Denji is now.
Well, yeah, what he's capable of being in the same way that power is a fiend with potential.
But what's one of the things that we saw Makima do this episode? Well, hollow out people's chests. Now, granted, that would be bad for anybody. But that's
just
Pochita
generally their torsos.
Yeah, right, exactly.
There was some sternum action going on here.
Yeah.
The heart's a little bit above that,
But the thinking of the hollow kind of connection and everything. Okay. Now I'm like, I wonder if that was maybe not in any kind of literal sense, but as like a thematic, parallel hinting kind of a deal.
To me, the whole thing reminds me of Bleach, but it's the main reason why I used Bleach as a connection point there is not because of it being a perfect circle, but it's because of the idea that those kinds of kills were so total and without any kind of threat to the attacker that they were perfect and almost artistic, to the point where it's Makima was never in
cookie cutter.
Right. Makima was never in any danger at all.
Nope, not
which
the
slightest. That's terrifying.
Next time, send some people with powers. But also, good luck.
Yeah. You're going to do some, you're going to grab, the blade, shove it into her spine, rip out the spine.
Yeah, exactly. This is the epitome of you cut off their head, put it on a spike, put it in a glass box that you keep by your bedside, and you keep watch over it every night.
We need one of those brutal fighting game executions in order to actually probably kill Makima. And even then, her brain matter was destroyed.
Yes.
So
who knows what
she might
would
actually be immortal or invincible.
She's the murder devil, so no one can murder her.
Oh, that's interesting. And thus, murder and death is not something that really emotionally affects her.
Crazy thought. But I just want to see a scene where these two that attacked the snake and the sword guy and everything
are just having a smoke. Fuck.
Yeah. They're having a smoke. Rough. Fuck, that was crazy. But then their boss, the person who put them up to this, is like, okay, so next time we're gonna send you guys after Makima, and they're like, excuse me, sir, but I would like to tender my resignation.
or that's great and all. Can you give us 4 more people?
Exactly.
With abilities, they're really good abilities.
There's a slight problem with that. Problem is, it's Makima.
It's a personnel issue right now.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see Denji's emotional response to all of this.
Yeah. I like that he didn't actually see that Himeno was gone.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be a rough rude awakening.
It's gonna have to basically be like maybe Aki's basically gonna have to tell him.
Well, yeah, but also Aki is probably gonna have to distance himself a little bit from this as well, because it's weird to say, but I hope he doesn't blame Denji for this.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think he will, but there's a very small real possibility where it's why were they after you? What?
Sure.
What don't I know? And then it's the talk to me, Denji.
Right.
You need to tell me everything you know. What is going on here?
It is going to be messy, uncomfortable, and complicated, but this will absolutely bring the 3 of them together. Maybe not Power. She might just bugger off and be like, no, fuck this.
I actually think Power might be the saving grace for their duo by being the 3rd one that comes in and is just well, we can bond over just kind of taking the piss at her, basically, and it's
yeah,
I kind of think so, yeah. And then Power's like, what? I don't care, whatever. And it's yeah, we know. Thank you for that. We appreciate it.
Let me put it this way. Aki is going to wish that all he had to deal with right now was apartment troubles.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
y'all, yeah. Cool. What an episode. I think we're gonna have the code for this one just be squish. Just squish.
Squish. I like it.
Squish. Yeah.
That's
so leave a comment with something that you think would edify our reactions in general, and of course, no spoilers, but the editor will pick 3 comments they feel like are perfect examples of that. If you want to see what kind of stuff got selected, check out all the previous reactions in the beginning. Would have that as well. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the full-length timer version of the reaction, go check out the link in the description below. For our Patreon, you can get on any level of support that gets you access to our Discord, where you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.